Welcome to 2021, although a month down, but 21 normally is that sort of coming of age moment for most of us. And you'd think with 120 years of Australian Federation history now under our belt, that'd be where we'd be at the beginning of 2021. But no, we've actually entered the age of ignorance. And ignorance, of course, is absolutely bliss for so many of us. You see, our society is all but in a death spiral if you listen to some of the commentary that is being put around. We've had this big ignorance of our history and traditions. People protesting about Australia Day. They want to turn it into the Invasion Day vacay. And they were complaining about James Cook, how he invaded in 1788. Heavens, the man died in 1779. I don't know, he did it, but apparently he did. So all of this complete misunderstanding of our history, well, it's undermining our traditions, it's undermining and weakening our values, our principles, and our standards of society. Happy New Year to you. Challenging our today, of course, needs genuine reflection on knowing our past experience. You know, the old saying that if you don't know history, you're no doubt bound to and doomed to repeat it. But unfortunately, so many of the leaders in Australia today, middle management leaders, no vision. They don't even know the basic rules of how our country operates, like our Constitution, over 120 years old. Some of them never read it. Lawbreakers, of course, blame society. Personal responsibility has become a concept that really only applies a sense of privilege. I don't know, people look like me. So too many in our nation now have become so ignorant and unfortunately so selfish. They only care about their views at any time, any day, and what they can get out of it. And it's really, really sad. It's kind of their way or the highway. Well, a long time ago, a televangelist, second only to Billy Graham, Archbishop Fulton John Sheen, had a lot to say on American television. He died in 1979, but here's what he said so many years ago, 50, 60 years ago. It is a characteristic of any decaying civilization that the great masses of the people are unconscious of the tragedy. Humanity in a crisis is generally insensitive to the gravity of the times in which it lives. In other words, ignorance is kind of bliss. He also said that men do not want to believe their own times are wicked, partly because it involves too much self-accusation, and principally because they have absolutely no standards outside of themselves by which to measure their times. I'm sure he meant to say people, not just men. But the point here is that in modern parlance, going woke has made us completely broke. Denying our culture to appease others is breaking us down even further. And so standing for nothing means that we are actually right now falling for everything. We're going to try and make a difference every Friday night on this time slot, on this channel. There is strength in what we have in common. And in fact, our diversity of experience as individuals can make a huge difference. What we want is government to be starting to trust individuals. Most people do the right thing. We need to be able to challenge authority, particularly when it overreaches. We need to be able to question our leadership. You know, that's what you do in a mature democracy, which is what Australia is. But right now we are very much so prone. We are at a tipping point. So where is our leadership on the issues? Where is our leadership on the kind of vision that we need to make not only Australia great, but also Australians safe again?